I see you. I see you. Really take this feeling. I see you. I see you. Now I'm really just too this feeling.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Deeny. Today I'm going to be cooking for you a creamy coconut chickpea curry with brown rice, plantain and avocado. Now, this is a really protein-packed meal, quick and easy to make, very delicious, full of bold and rich flavours from all the different spices. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell because there'll be a new video and recipe coming out every Sunday. After I've made the chickpea curry, I'll be making a delicious pudding. It's going to be a vegan AQUAFABA chocolate mousse. And this is made using the water from the chickpea tin. So after I've taken out the chickpeas to make the curry, I'm going to keep the water aside that the chickpeas is soaked in. And I'm going to show you how to make a simple and quick, delicious chocolate mousse. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, you're going to need 2 tins of chickpeas, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of sea salt and half a teaspoon of freshly grounded black pepper, 1 tin of coconut milk, I've used reduced fat here, and 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, some coriander for garnish and 1 ripe plantain, 1 cup of brown rice, 1 tablespoon of coconut cream, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil, or you can use rapeseed oil. Also 2 medium-sized white onions, a thumb-sized piece of ginger, but I've got the whole ginger sitting there, you know, 2 cloves of garlic, and 2 tomatoes. You'll also need half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, and half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. So, we're going to toast these spices first of all. So get your pan on a medium heat, no oil, no butter, no nothing. You're just going to toast them for about a minute. Give the pan a good shake. You don't want to burn your spices. You want to get them nice and golden, toasted. You'll smell them getting all fragrant and spicy. Next, you're going to put it in the pestle and mortar. Probably saying that wrong. Pestle and mortar. So leave your grinded spices to the side and you're going to chop your 2 medium onions kind of fine. Okay, and it might look like a lot of onions, but it's going to really reduce in size. We're going to caramelize them in the pan, so it's not going to be an onion curry. Cut a thumb-sized piece of ginger. You can use a knife to peel your ginger, or you can use a spoon. It's going to take off just the skin and leave behind the ginger, because I know some people, when they use a knife, they end up with 1 slither of ginger left because they cut it all off. You're going to grate the ginger. Next up, you're going to pour your tablespoon of olive oil or whatever oil of your choosing into a pan on medium-high heat, and then you will put all those onions into the pan, and you're going to keep stirring it for a little bit until they start to caramelize. They're going to get translucent. They're going to smell delicious. Yeah. Okay, so reduce that heat down to the lowest. After they've caramelized for 10 minutes with occasional stirring, you're then going to add your grinded or ground toasted spices to the onions, and you're going to coat the onions in the grinded spices. Cook that down. Then add your minced ginger and your grated garlic to the pan. Give that a little stir. And then add your chopped tomatoes to the pan and give that a stir as well. There's a lot of stirring involved in this chickpea curry, guys. Added the paprika, salt and pepper. Next up, add your tablespoon of tomato puree and you will mix that in and try and coat everything in that tomato puree. It's going to be quite thick, but give it a good stir. And then add the star of the show, your 2 tins of chickpeas. Drain the water and keep that water. Give that a mix up, mix up, mix up. Cooking with chickpeas is a great alternative to meat. It's cheap and cheerful. Come on. So add in your coconut milk. I've used reduced fat coconut milk. You can use full fat, but we are going to add the coconut cream later, which is really going to make it creamy. Give it a light stir and that coconut cream will melt in. So while the chickpea curry is simmering, you're going to put 1 cup of brown rice with 2 cups of water, and you're going to bring that to a boil with a pinch of salt, and then you're going to leave it to simmer for around 40 to 45 minutes. Put that lid on, leave that. Look at that chickpea curry. Yeah. Plantain, cut off the ends, score a line down from top to bottom and peel off that skin. I cut my plantain into sort of long oval shapes. You can cut it into strips or just cut it into coin shapes if you like. Whatever you fancy. We just cut that plantain up. And put a little bit of coconut oil into a pan. I like to use coconut oil to cook my plantain. You can use olive oil, vegetable oil, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, groundnut oil. Maybe not sesame seed oil. But yeah, get that pan nice and hot. You want it hot because it's going to take no time at all to cook that plantain. About less than a minute on each side if that oil and pan is hot. Your chickpea curry has been simmering away, bubbling away. Everything is getting nice and soft and fragrant and infused with all the toasted spices. It's looking goody. Now I've added a handful of spinach into this. The last couple of minutes of the chickpea cooking time, just stir it in. It's baby spinach that I've used, which you can eat out of the pack, so you don't really have to cook it. So I'll just stir it in quickly, and basically good to go. I do love me a coconut bowl, by the way, but add your plantain, add your avocado. Yeah, creamy coconut chickpea curry, guys. Really, really creamy. The chickpeas are cooked well. Got bits of spinach. The cream coconut makes it really, the cream coconut in here makes it really rich in coconut. You have the bits of tomato, and then you have the toasted spices that have been crushed, so it's really fragrant and it's really delicious. So for the chocolate mousse, you'll need 150 grams of vegan dark chocolate, lemon juice from 1 lemon, the 2 cans of chickpeas, the water from the 2 cans of chickpeas, and a little bit of vanilla essence, like a few drops, and also a little bit of agave nectar. But you do not need to add the agave nectar because your chocolate, unless you use sugar-free chocolate, your chocolate's going to be sweet. So this is the chickpea water that came from the 2 tins of chickpeas. This is full of the carbohydrates and proteins that are taken out of the chickpeas. And so we're going to use this now to create a vegan chocolate mousse. When I took the chickpea water out of the tin, I put it in the fridge. It's been in the fridge for some time now, just to get cold. We don't want to use warm chickpea water to blend it. We don't want to use warm chickpea water. It's best to put your chickpea water in the fridge to chill. That's it.
Chickpea's better chilled for the blending process.
Chickpea water is better chilled in the fridge, so it will help with the blending process, and it will fluff up better than it being warm. So now we're going to concentrate on the chocolate first of all. We're going to melt the chocolate down. So you're going to use 150 grams of dark chocolate, break it into chunks, put it in a microwavable dish. I'm going to microwave it for 20-second intervals, so put it in the microwave for 20 seconds, take it back out, give it a little stir, put it back in, and you do this until the chocolate's melted. But you can also use a bain-marie, which is a bowl that you can heat up, put it over a pan of a little bit of water and heat it up that way. So you're going to get a runny consistency, melted chocolate, and you're going to put that to the side to cool down, because we do not want to add hot chocolate. So add your 2 tins worth of chickpea water to a large bowl. Start whipping on the highest setting, and you're going to need a lot of patience for this, guys. It will take you about 10 to 15 minutes. And you have to whip it and whip it and whip it until the chickpea water starts to create peaks. You need peaky chickpea water, firm, and just keep going. Patience, 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 patience. Don't stop until you get those peaks. But halfway through whipping, you will add the juice of 1 lemon and a little bit of vanilla essence for that vanilla extract, sorry. A little bit of vanilla extract, and whip that in and keep whipping. If you're feeling brave, you can do the test of putting it on top of your... Nah, not this time. But here we have it. Fluffy, rich, airy chickpea water AQUAFABA. Look at those peaks, you know, amazing. Oh my god, can't believe this is chickpea water. One last whisk for excitement, and then yeah, that's the chickpea water all whipped up. We don't need to whip again. The next step is to add your cooled down melted chocolate, and we're going to fold that in really gently. And if you fold it in too fast or mix it in too fast or try to blend again, it will deflate completely and be chocolate sauce. So fold it in gently. I wouldn't recommend using a spoon like I did. Use a spatula, a rubber spatula, then you can really scrape the edges of the bowl to incorporate it in. I did change to a rubber spatula, but that's off cam. My mum had to say, why are you using a metal spoon for? Because you're leaving loads of... Yeah. It is as simple as that, guys. Just start putting it into your little cups or your little bowls, or one big bowl just for you, but I wouldn't recommend that. My toppings today for the chocolate mousse will be dried rose petals, desiccated coconut, pistachios, and some frozen raspberries. So get creative, make it as pretty as you like. You don't have to use those toppings. You can use other nuts. You can have it nut free. You can add blueberries, whatever you like. So there we have your little cups of goodness with delicious toppings on top. So after you've had your vegan chickpea curry, you can have a little pot of vegan chocolate mousse. From the chickpea water, I made the vegan AQUAFABA chocolate mousse. And I've topped it with desiccated coconut, pistachio, crushed pistachio, rose petals, and some frozen crumbled raspberry pieces. So yeah, so this mousse is really airy and fluffy. So that's why you have to whisk that chickpea water for a long time to make sure that you get this mousse consistency. It just melts in your mouth. So from that batch, I only put 4 of these, filled up 4 of these little cups with it, and I've got a container filled with so much more. So I reckon you could get about 10 of these little sized cups out of that recipe that I've given you, or you could fill bigger pots, but I think this is enough for me. In the vegan chocolate there is a little bit of sugar, so that's why I only add like a 1/4 teaspoon of agave nectar. You don't have to add agave nectar. You can add sugar-free vegan chocolate as well if you like, but I just added whatever I could find in Tesco's. So, but yeah, it's really light, really fluffy, and it stores well in the fridge. You can store it for a few days in the fridge, and it's just a really good dessert. You can have it on cheat day, you can have it on non-cheat day. It's not much calories per pot, so you're all good. I went off cam for a short while so I could box off my chocolate mousse. I'm back now to say thank you for watching, and please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and this recipe. And I'll be back again next Sunday with a new video, something healthy, something delicious, something nutritious, and something absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching Deeny Cooks, and
and goodbye.